Hey everyone, Nick here with a quick Alien Covenant news update. So this one we're going to be talking about some new images that were released from Entertainment Weekly and another website, and also just some of the images that I talked about that came out last week with Empire, because now they've actually been officially released in HD and they look pretty amazing. Okay, so the first new image from Entertainment Weekly shows us what appears to be Walter in the cryostasis chamber below the decks of the Covenant. It looks like he's inspecting possibly an embryo or something. It looks like a part of a cold storage unit in the actual cryo chamber, not the colonists themselves. So pretty interesting stuff here. I definitely can't wait to see how Walter is going to be different, because in the article Michael Fassbender continues to hammer out the point that his portrayal of Walter was very much inspired by Spock, where he was very kind of emotionless, just a blank canvas for people to project onto, which is very interesting and different from David in that regard, because he had kind of ideas of his own. Okay, so the next image here that we get from Entertainment Weekly is amazing. It is an incredible shot of the engineer civilization down below. You get to see the city, that giant citadel that we heard about in set reports that has the giant Hall of Heads, and I think that's where the Covenant crew will eventually go into later on in the film after they meet David and whatnot. But just the shot alone looks amazing. You can really see, if you zoom in on the image, you can really see that amazing sort of architecture and tons of engineers down below. They look like tiny ants as David looks down upon them, ready to unleash the black goo. So I can't wait to see this sequence put on screen. I think it's definitely going to be one of the highlights of the film for me personally, just being able to see the engineers, or this engineer-like society, because there's been a lot of debate in my previous videos talking about this, because you can tell that the ones in this movie, they look a bit different actually than the ones in Prometheus, obviously, because people are saying their skin isn't quite the same color, they don't have the black eyes, it looks like they have pupils kind of like humans do, and people are saying, well, could this be another society, or a race rather, or species that the engineers created themselves, that are kind of like a in-between of humans and engineers? And that could be possible, but personally I think they're engineers. It's just a different design for them, or maybe they evolved over the 2,000 years, because the ones that we saw in Prometheus were, again, 2,000 years old at least. So it's definitely plausible that within those years they could have evolved and changed just like humans have. And then the rest of the shots in this video I wanted to talk about basically just the Empire once again, really HD. I mean, the Engineer Society, I hope that we get to see more and actually find out what exactly this giant mother juggernaut is that's kind of floating in the middle of the sky. I'm not sure, maybe that's like a docking platform, or that might just be a Juggernaut ship, but just a bigger version of it. It's kind of hard to tell, because in the shots where David is getting ready to unleash the black goo, you can see him kind of standing inside the Juggernaut, but off to the side actually you can see that sort of mother Juggernaut ship pointing downwards. So maybe that is a docking platform, like maybe he's attached himself to that, so he's right smack dab above the city and he can just drop it right from there. But interesting stuff nonetheless. The last image I wanted to talk about is this really cool shot of the alien running. I think it looks amazing. I really love the design of the xenomorph in this movie. It looks very much like a cross between the runner from Alien 3 and a bit of the Alien Resurrection xenomorph too. I think the best parts of it though, because I wasn't the biggest fan of that design, but great stuff here. You can definitely see the eyes beneath the skull and everything, and I mean, this is a CGI shot, so that looks pretty fantastic to me. So leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you guys think of these new images, and are you guys looking forward to seeing the sequence with David unleashing the black goo on the engineers' civilization? Thank you guys again for watching. My name is Nick, and for more on Alien Covenant in the Alien and Predator universe, stick with the Hybrid Network.